Good evening, welcome back. It's session 11 today. Thank you for sticking with it, or if you're just diving and dipping into places, then I hope you'll enjoy this particular session, face-to-face interview. Is face-to-face interview so different to telephone interview, video interview? Well, there's a lot of overlap, isn't there? There's a lot of overlap. So you would want to try to find out who your interviewer is. You would want to try to LinkedIn them if they're on LinkedIn. You would want to try and work out potentially what questions you might be asked. Um, you would also add in those common answers, tell me about yourself, why do you want the job, why do you want to work for us, those sorts of things. What do you know about us? You'll do the research on the company in the same way that you do it for other types of interviews. But there's a difference as well, some very significant differences, obviously. What are you going to wear? It's not just a case of what do you look like on top now, it's throughout. What do you look like throughout, top to bottom? Are you going to wear a suit or a formal dress? Are you going to go smart casual? Have a look on the company's website and see photographs of employees. See how they're dressed, and then go one step up, if you like. You can't be too formal. You can always take something off. You can always take a jacket off. You can always take a tie off. But you can't put it on if you haven't got it with you. So start smart, I would definitely say. Obviously, another of the big differences, is that you can't take notes with you. So in the video interview, in the phone interview, you've got your notes, but in a face-to-face interview, you don't. So you are much more on the edge, if you like. You are having to remember what you've said. You're having to potentially make up answers on the fly, which you didn't have to do in a video interview where you had a minute to prepare, that sort of thing. So intense, but rewarding, I would say. So what do we have to do? Arrive well ahead of time. Don't leave it too late. Don't be the one who says, oh yes, traffic was really bad today and therefore I'm late. Traffic was really bad today, yes, but I'm still here on time. Well, you don't even have to say that because it will be obvious. So be early. Why be early? Well, you want to go to the toilet. You would want to go to the toilet and stand in front of the mirror and say to yourself, I can do this. I can do this. Look at yourself. Tell yourself that you can do it. It makes a difference just to get those positive affirmations into your brain at this critical moment. I can do this. Okay, so you're going to meet the receptionist. Receptionist may be part of the assessment team. They may be one of your assessors. Why? Well, if you think many jobs are client-facing, they want to know that when you go into a new company, you can be trusted to represent them. You hear all sorts of horror stories about interviewees being aggressive with the receptionist, or at least not being friendly. That's not you, okay? You're going to be nice to the receptionist. I'm sure you would anyway, but remember that the receptionist may be part of the assessment team. It's not normal, but it's possible. Take some copies of your CV with you, hard copies. You never know whether your interviewer has had time to print one off in advance, and therefore, whether they've read it or not. So, prepare for the worst. Take a copy of your CV with you. Look at the interviewer. Don't fiddle, don't look away, don't look out of the window. There's huge temptations in an office to look around you. Look at the interviewer. Don't fiddle with your hair, don't fiddle with your pen, all those sorts of things. Before you do that, you're obviously going to go from the reception area to the office, to the interview room, whatever. Somebody will take you. It may even be your interviewer, you don't know. Talk to them. Make small talk. Start to build rapport as soon as possible. So talk about the weather, talk about the traffic, talk about anything that you feel comfortable with, which breaks the ice, allows you to start building that relationship. It's not going to go very deep, it's not going to be very long, but just start by having that discussion, getting the discussion going. They might want to do that first, but if they're quiet, you do it for them. Okay? When you meet them, when you meet anybody, not the receptionist, but when you meet anybody in the office that is part of your assessment, shake hands with them. I'm assuming that we're allowed to shake hands. Shake hands with them, a nice firm handshake. It's a way of greeting. It's a formal way of saying hello. So don't just stand there with your arms down. You're not even, definitely not with your hands in your pockets. Lean forward, go to them, shake hands with them, say pleased to meet you, build that rapport again. If you didn't understand a question, ask them to repeat it. They may repeat it in a different way, which gives you more insight into what they're asking. It may also give you a little bit more time to think. You can't ask them to repeat every question, but just occasionally you might find it useful. Smile. Yeah, smile. Show that you're happy to be there. Show that you are interacting in a normal sort of way when you would smile at your friends. I wouldn't say that you start making clever jokes. I don't think they always go down very well, especially if they don't think they're very funny. But smile, certainly smile. When it's over, thank them. Tell them how much you enjoyed it. Tell them you're looking forward to hearing what are the next steps. Show your gratitude, but show also your enthusiasm for moving forward. A little bit of an assumptive close that you will be moving forward to the next step. So, you know, be confident, be energized by the engagement. It should become a conversation quite quickly, rather than you ask a question, they ask a question, you give an answer. It should become a conversation, but certainly show your enthusiasm throughout, and you know, provide that demonstration of it at the end. So, what are you going to do? You're going to have to go and prepare your interview material, but you need to practice your interview techniques. And I think this is one more time when it's really important for you to practice with somebody who knows what they're doing. So practice with somebody who's done this before, or who has sat the other side of the desk and been an interviewer, as I have. So you get a feel for how to approach these things. Okay, so I hope that's been useful. This is session 11. Session 12, we get to the really exciting bit, assessment centres. This is huge. This is generally the final step in the recruitment process, apart from obviously them sending you a contract and you settling in, which are the final sessions we'll be talking about. But this has been face-to-face interview, tomorrow assessment centres. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.